And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. The Owls are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. It's a seam wide open. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. And the Owls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. With the catch, it's Terrell.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Platt. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. The throw to the outside is complete. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Oh, they're after him. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Smith. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. The Terrapins need their... To find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Terrapins will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Takes it on the return. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Got it in the middle, it's Fleming. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
He's working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Washington. It's complete on the right side. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. It's a running room. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Right on the money. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up. They just keep firing. Got out of trouble and throws. He makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Owls line up, on 3rd and short. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
To the air, it's Washington. Flips it out to the back. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. Splits the uprights, it's good. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Complete to the right.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Caught in the backfield, it's Terrell. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And guys, Florida Atlantic has the edge. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give on the inside. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Florida Atlantic has the offense humming. They'll ride the hot hand.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Pocket breaking down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for space, it's Ray. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Washington. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The Terrapins line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. North reverse. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Makes the catch. It's Henry. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. The handoff keeps working on that clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And this drive feels like it's just gone on forever, right? The clock is just ticking away. The defense is aware of that. It's got to be frustrating because you just allowed another 1st down, fresh set coming up. You've got to do something to stop this bleeding.
Stop is made at the 8, but it'll be enough to set up a 1st and goal. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
Catch in the middle, it's Smith. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Trying to power it in. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the 4th quarter on 4th and goal. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is how you rise to the occasion late in the game. Your defense had to come up big, had to get the offense the football back. They're trailing by a little bit. Now, let's go make this thing even more special.
Got him downfield. And they were looking can really jump-start a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Rushes on him. Pulls it in. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the 1st down. Now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Dropping back, it's Washington. Puts it out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gonna take a shot. He's got it. Touchdown, Maryland! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with the QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can...
Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack works the 2-point try. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, obviously here in the 4th quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. You're expecting them to throw it here on 3rd.
On target over the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown, Owls! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by the quarterback. He had to be pinpoint accurate on that touchdown pass, giving his offense the lead here with just seconds to go in the game.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. He'll bring it out. It's Jeffrey. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Groupers offense will get first crack at it today. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Groupers will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Hauls it in and looking upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Florida Atlantic's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance. An aerial show from this guy in the last game. And he has to have a ton of confidence. Wasting no time taking a shot. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, this defense was ready for go runs against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole in the quarterback.
Oh, he's got some space. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. The Owls have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Into the house. Touchdown, Owls! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jeffrey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now this offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He'll pull it on the read. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On the option. The pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. And the Groupers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Quick pass on the fly motion. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a crease to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first down from the 40. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understand.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Might as well give it to him again. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Handoff to the single running back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Quarterback may change this route. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Touchdown, Owls! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Army overcame a tough opponent, but not only that, a raucous crowd. The Black Knights tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
3rd and long, I'm thinking bring in extra DBs, play for the pass, rush the passer, and this offense flips the script, runs the football right at him. Nice job by this offense catching him off guard, making the big play, getting the 1st down with the run.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The option look. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets rid of it. Got it in the middle. It's Chandler. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. Nestled just inside that right upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. On the run, it's Terrell. Wide open spaces. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the 1st himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
Man, you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike.
Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live the play.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He He's put the college football world on notice.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
The groupers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The give on the option. Makes one man miss. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. And the groupers send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Looks it in at the 40. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Howard Schnellenberger Field.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Finds his man. It's Platt. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other.
Oh, out of space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Bringing the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Out of the gun, the inside give. Nice move there. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. If every journey begins with a step, This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The groupers will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Terrell. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. On the run, it's Terrell. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida Atlantic has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown Owls! And the route is on.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, and whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Just a short pass to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll leave it with him. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's Chandler. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
On the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gives it on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. And the groupers will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. The run from the shotgun. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Rides to back and leaves it. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Owls come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it.